Ladies and gentlemen of the flame, I, the Knight Commander, stand with you to assist and to prod you on, to move within the circles of the sons and daughters of God upon the earth, and proclaim the I Am faith. Fulfill that which Godfre has begun in the proclaiming of the I Am. Understand what it means to be a son and daughter of God, and fulfill your fiery destiny. For I, Saint Germain, have ransomed all that I am, so that this work might carry on and fulfill the golden age. Won't you be seated? I am grateful for your honor. Throughout the course of history, there have been those messengers sent forth by the Great White Brotherhood, prophets of old, messengers from the great central sun, carrying the torch of the flame of God. You are likewise called to go forth across the land and to carry your torch high. But to do so requires that you understand who you are. First and foremost, to proclaim the I Am, one must know intimately that they have within their heart flame the blood, the body, the sustenance, the ongoing stream of life of the mighty I Am. It is not questioned. There are no lingering doubts. There is only the affirmation of I am that I am. You stand before your altar, and you proclaim the I Am in action. You send forth, by your calls to the mighty I Am, the rays of light. Those rays, beloved, garnered by your own God presence at inner levels, from the many rounds and decades upon decades of training, so that the fire of God would be inherent within the electronic body's ability to wield. All this before ever incarnating, knowing well what is meant by sending forth the ray of God for protection, purity, love, illumination. Every aspect of the God qualities built up as a momentum before ever stepping forth as the incarnate son or daughter, as you appear before me this very day. Think of this, the training required of the mighty I Am, filled with the all-powerful light, wisdom, and love of God, and you sit before your altar, the incarnate one. Can you imagine the sense of limitation that you would impose upon your own vehicles of consciousness by entertaining doubt, fear, questioning the I Am, allowing for a sense of unworthiness to stream over you? Dear ones, your own God presence has loved you so much as to entrust into your safekeeping all that has been garnered for millenniums of time at inner levels in the course of study, attention and focus to detail upon the God qualities. Entrust that to you, for you to invoke, send forth, to call to the holy angels who embody these God qualities and send them into the fray to do your bidding. Think of what this means. You, as the individual incarnate son or daughter, standing before your altar, clothed with the light of the sun, proclaiming the fullness of the light of God to go forth into the land. This is your gift, your opportunity. You have been given the liberty to wield the light of God, to be that light in action. Not merely to create bubbles, perform phenomena, levitate, or move through the atmosphere. No, beloved. These are the trifles of times past. You are called upon to a greater mission, one that requires the fullness of the focus of your attention. Every erg of energy that is given unto you daily is required into this work. The work of which I speak is the work of your ascension. To gain your ascension requires that you not trifle with precipitating gold or bubbles, but for you to precipitate upon the altar of your heart the gold of wisdom's ray, the fullness of the understanding of life, as you step forth the Christ. It is not for you to traverse across the land and travel on the ethers, proclaiming this or that you have seen, as to somehow set one apart as the explanation of the human ego parades before others. This is not mastery. For you to have the God control over the thoughts and the emotions that sit where you are, that are not moved by outer circumstances, swayed by mass consciousness or riptides of anxiety. No, you know the heart of God. You are unmoved, unshaken. You are able to stand when others fall about. You have the strength of the I am. You understand what it means to hold fast when all about you lose their way, and you have the focus of the vision. You lead by example. You send forth a vibration that commands others to wonder what is the secret to their composure. Why are they always in the right place at the right time? Why do they always receive that which is the need of the hour at the moment of necessity arising? Could it be that they know something that is not written in the texts of the land, is not taught in the schoolrooms of earth? Could it be that they have mastered some new technique? Let us go and search out that technique. These are the things that will be said of you. The wonder of how you are able to accomplish all the tasks at hand and still remain cool, calm, collected in the light, maintaining the fullness of your poise. You know well the answer. The answer lies within the heart of your God presence. It lies within the understanding of how to be that mighty I Am presence, how to anchor that light upon the altar of your heart in more quantity than has heretofore been exhibited in past lifetimes. It is taking command by the use of the violet flame over your own karmic circumstances, no longer being tossed about upon the emotional tide of the rivers of life, but taking full command of the river of life and moving upon these waters as the still pool prepared for you to hold you fast within the fullness of the all-power of God, transmuting those areas of your own karma and that of those around you, so that you might not be swayed from the focal point of center of your true identity. You, beloved, have this within you. It is written upon the heart. It is proclaimed by your own God presence in every erg of energy that travels forth, cross the crystal cord into your heart. Each electron reinforces the divine plan of your life stream. Each one carries a part of the puzzle of life for you, to be used wisely, judiciously, but fearlessly and unconditionally. Unconditionally, beloved, is the key. For when you allow this light that flows forth from your God presence to flow through the heart and exhibit the fullness of the release, you will understand what it means to open the floodgates of a great dam and have that pressure of the water flow through such a small heart in the beginning. But because of the pressure, because the door has been opened the heart is no longer small. It is required by cosmic law to move and expand, and to have the ability to allow more of that pressure of the light of God to move forth. This is the secret of alchemy. All that I have said this day allows for you to move forth unstopped, with God determination, building a momentum that allows for the fullness of the divine plan of your life stream to manifest. And as you individually fulfill your fiery destiny, you will be accomplishing that of the collective whole, of not merely the 10,000 that I have called forth as torchbearers of the temple, but the tens of thousands. And you will understand that as you apply the law, moving within this stream of God consciousness, that there is but one outcome that can be accomplished: the victory of the ascension and the golden age. These two become one, for as you attain to your ascension, as you garner the light sufficient to move into the octaves of light, fulfilling your fiery destiny, you accomplish the work at hand of the entire spirit of the Great White Brotherhood. You redeem that which I have ransomed, not merely to show what I, Saint Germain, am able to accomplish. No, beloved, it is what you are capable of accomplishing. It is what you are able to master. This is why the ascended masters and cosmic beings that have striven with the earth still stand and will continue to do so, for they see within you the possibilities, and they know that the fullness of your capability will be victorious. Throughout the history, many of you have already accomplished great work. For those within the sound of my voice, you can count yourselves among the ones ready to move into the ascension flame. For you have adhered to the flame upon the altar of your heart in many previous lifetimes. This is not the first. Perhaps in this lifetime, if you are late in your years, you are just awakening to that which has always been known. But nonetheless, the time is shortened by the momentum built by previous lifetimes. Your causal bodies have within them a wealth of mastery and attainment. All of the good garnered throughout every incarnation, every time you have come forth through the birth and established a momentum of good, an understanding of cosmic law. You, beloved, have proven me, Saint Germain, right, that it is worth the effort. That Sanat Kumara, who preceded us all in holding the balance for the earth, sending forth the call to you to come forth, and to many of the cosmic beings to respond and assist the earth. You have answered, and in the return to your ascension, you lift up the vibration of the earth, and you elevate those about you. This is how the golden age is won. This is how the earth becomes renewed, resurrected. Each one that is able to initiate the fullness of their heart, each one who is called upon to initiate through their heart the touching of another heart, is accelerating the expansion of the I am faith. If you multiply that times those that individual will touch, will ignite, will infuse with the fire of God, then you will begin to understand the power of multiplication and the ability to have a march that will move across the land, a march that will not stop until such time as all have understood the I am faith. Ask anyone who is a devout Christian if they will be stopped in their mission, if they are true to what they have been initiated in. The conviction of their heart will not be stayed until such time as they taste of the pure light of the mighty I am presence streaming through them with the fullness of the understanding of Jesus' mission and the ability to become that Christ. Then they will be unstoppable for sure. You see, beloved, you have a greater mission as torchbearers of the temple than any of your Christian brothers and sisters. You are just beginning, and you are taking to the next level the understanding of the I am affirmations. You are proclaiming throughout the land that which has perhaps been heard before, but never understood. It takes illumination, an awakening of the heart. It takes the example. It is not enough for you to teach or to give the instruction intellectually. You must know and be that light and vibration. Then when you speak of the violet flame, your aura will already be filled with violet flame, and your words will carry that conviction of the truth of the violet flame, and it will be unmistakable, for it will register at subtle levels of consciousness of those life streams that you speak with. The same is true when you speak of the emerald ray, or of the protection of the blue flame of the will of God, or any of the God qualities this beloved, you have within you already the momentum developed by your electronic body and the many incarnations. Within your causal body is a teeming onslaught of momentum waiting to be released. As you understand your heart and allow the heart to be open, you will see streaming forth. First slowly, so that you might become accustomed to that light and not be caught off balance. But as your Holy Christ self determines that you are ready, greater and greater increments of light will flood forth. And then when you walk in the room, you will not go unnoticed. You may be silent, but your light will have preceded you. This is your calling. This is your opportunity. Do not think that we speak in verbiage that is only for the few. Every instruction, every teaching of cosmic law is for every son and daughter of God. All may come to the wedding feast. Jesus invited all. I, Saint Germain, invite all. Come to the ascension. Come to the golden age. And let the liberty that you proclaim as the free will election to choose be engaged in the fullness of freedom. You will only know freedom when you know your mighty I Am presence. That is true freedom. I, Saint Germain, seal you within my heart of violet flame, so that all that is seeming doubt or question, fears or limitations will be no more, and you will step forth knowing your true identity of the God-realized man and woman in action. I thank you for your kind attention.